Yes. Since they're saying that an earthquake is going to blow this thing up again, they have placed what we call seismometers in the ground to monitor for seismic activity. Okay? And we were told that there are signs that we should look out for before it's going to blow, like nature's signs. For one, animals, they have better instincts, so if they hit the area, the birds, it means that something is wrong. This vegetation would die because the soil would have a lot of acid in it. But the biggest sign of all would be the smell, or I should say the gas that comes out. Right now, we are breathing in H2S, which is hydrogen sulfide. It smells low, concentration is at, it smells bad, the concentration is at low. So in case you are wondering, this is why the vegetation can survive. It's not dying out. But if it doesn't smell, then there are poisonous gases coming out. And if so is the case, the gases are heavier than air, so it would take away your oxygen. So if your first breath, it would paralyze your breathing and you would die instantly. Okay? Now everyone, the history of the type of eruptions that we are known to get in the Caribbean is called a pyroclastic flow. Now you are from the US, you would know of Mont St. Helens, which erupted in 1980. That was a pyroclastic explosion. It's a mixture of hot air, gas, rock fragments, ash, all of which moves about 150 miles per hour. So it's like an avalanche coming down towards you. And there is no way that you would be able to avoid this type of explosion. This actually happened on the French island of Martinique, which is neighboring to St. Lucia. In 1902, when the volcano Montpellier erupted, it killed approximately 30,000 people. Yeah, but more than half of them, they died instantly because they inhaled the poisonous gases in the atmosphere. And the most recent eruption that we had in the Caribbean with a pyroclastic flow was on the island of Montserrat, which is north of St. Lucia. And this explosion there, it destroyed about 3/4 of the island, all right? But most of the people evacuated because they obeyed the warnings and alternate signs, okay? Yes. And then you had Vesuvius, when that blew, the city of Pompeii 2,000 years ago, that was also a pyroclastic explosion. So today, everyone, volcanic eruptions can be predicted, okay? Now everyone, oh yes you can. Well, I hope not in my lifetime, right? Now the temperature of the water out there, my group, it's about 160 Fahrenheit. So it's not boiling, it's just gases coming through the cracks, okay, just fumarolic activity. And the water out there is all black, everyone, because of the iron and the sulfur combined together, so it's not dirty. But this is actually seawater. So the volcano is connected to the ocean by fissures or cracks. And that's why every time there is full moon and high tide once a month, you would get geysers. This water would shoot up as high as 7 meters or 20 feet apart because of the gravitational pull of the moon, like that. And when they talk about bathing in the sulfur springs, that's further down at the bottom, just before the yellow buildings. This is where the water goes down, and it actually cools to body temperature. And since the sulfur has that medicinal property, they would tell people who have skin problems like eczema, psoriasis, mosquito bite, acne problems, even hangovers, they've been there. And it works pretty well. But you would have to get more than one bath if you have this skin problem, okay? But the most popular thing about the area, everyone can rub it onto your body and let it dry up, and then you rinse it off. So you do that mud bath. And it's supposed to take 10 years off you every time you bathe. The catch is you would smell like rotten eggs until your next shower. But you know, beauty is pain, so who cares? Well, we have hotels around here who take clients to get mud baths done, and they pay a lot of money for doing that. They give about 150 US. It's really nice. Okay? Any questions?
Is there any activity occur in that area right there? It looks like a crater. Yeah, with coal there.
Yes, the same
type of activity.
We were here about 10 years ago. This is where I would be taking you out to have the tour done. We would have gotten so close that we could put an egg or a potato and see how long it would take to cook.
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii?
Yeah, they like packed away. That's right.
But there was a man who had an accident there, poor guy. About 22 years ago, the guy actually jumped up and down on his person to show how stable the ground was, and he fell. So he went down and burned from his waist down to his legs and that was. But he got treatment because he was grabbed out by the police. And He survived it. So today he's a fisherman before the weekend. And then
Happy ending.
yes, this hole right here, the big one with the steam coming up, that one, yeah. That's Gabriel's hole. So that's what
Is that where he fell? Okay.
yeah, that's where he fell.